Good morning, viewers. Welcome to the Morning News Show, where we bring you the latest developments and insightful stories to kickstart your day. I'm Koina Sharma and you're watching CNN News 18. Let's begin. First up, we are discussing a breaking piece of input. Well, on Friday evening, at least 3 army personnel lost their lives during an encounter between terrorists and security forces in South Kashmir's Kulgam district. Now, the China Corps of the Indian Army tweeted from its official handle at midnight, stating, based on specific inputs regarding the presence of terrorists on the higher reaches of the Haryana in Kulgam, security forces launched operations on August 4, 2023. Now, during the exchange of fire with the terrorists, 3 personnel sustained injuries and later succumbed to death. Now, search operations are currently undergoing in the area. Injured soldiers had previously been evacuated to the hospital for medical treatment. Well, this is an input of at least 3 army personnel who have lost their lives during an encounter between terrorists and security forces in the South Kashmir's Kulgam district. Now, the China Corps of the Indian Army tweeted from its official handle at midnight, stating that based on specific inputs regarding the presence of terrorists on the higher reaches of Haryana and Kulgam, security forces launched operation last night. Now, during the exchange of fire with the terrorists, 3 personnel have sustained injury according to the preliminary reports. Now, joining me on the broadcast is my colleague Ishan Bani from the ground. A very good morning, Ishan. What more details are we gathering in this situation?
Well, good morning. It was actually yesterday during the evening hours, the information with the security forces was that there's a presence of militants in an area of forest area. This is what the police has told us, and then that's resulted in an exchange of gunfire. Police said that there's an encounter which was raging in mountainous area of Kulgam. Following which additional troops were also deployed in the area to check. And but what we have been told by security forces that during the initial exchange of gunfire, 3 army men received critical bullet injuries. All of them were, taken immediately, airlifted to Srinagar's Army's 92-base hospital, where their team of doctors were treating them. But late in the evening, they succumbed to their injuries because they were critical in the nature, and most of them are received at vulnerable spots. These injuries, this is a loss that the army has taken after a very long time for be that in security forces. More than 6 months since there has been such kind of damage that the army has been inflicted in Kashmir division. Although we have seen such encounters taking place in Jammu, for the first time in Kashmir division, we have seen that army has taken this kind of loss of 3 men going into an operation according to them, and then resulting in loss of 3 army lives. Yes, there was an operation which was going on till late evening, but what we have told is that nobody could be found in the area, nobody could be found in the vicinity, but the search area has been expanded to make sure that forces are able to track these militants down.
Okay.
They're able to see the entire area.
All right, Ishan, can you elaborate on the security measures and strategies that are being implemented by the authorities on the ground after this incident actually happened?
Well, yes, the search area has been expanded. There are multiple teams of army which were rushed in late last night to check the entire area because it's a dense mountainous area. Then also, night was there, so security forces did not want to take any chance. That's why the encounter took a little late. And this morning, we are told with the break of the dawn, there will be multiple security forces which will be sent in the area to track these militants down. But yes, there has been no exchange of gunfire and contact established after the initial exchange of gunfire that took place. This is a mountainous area, we are told by the security forces, and that's why there is a precaution that the army is taking. They have seen in the past that such operations could lead to damage, and that's what happened yesterday. So they want to go easy. They want to surround the area, but yesterday multiple teams of army were sent in. They are checking the area, and one has to see that if they will be able to succeed today.
All right. Thank you so much, Ishan Mani, for all the latest inputs. We'll continue to track the story as the day progresses. While we are cutting across to another piece of breaking input, but this time it's from Manipur. Now, fresh violence has erupted in Manipur, resulting in the tragic loss of 3 lives in the Kwakta area yesterday. Now, Kwakta is situated in a bordering zone near Churachandpur. Now, Manipur continues to remain on edge. Manipur continues to remain tense and on edge ever since the communal clashes erupted here in the area. Well, joining me on the broadcast is my colleague Kamalika Sen-Gupta. A very good morning, Kamalika. What more details are we gathering from the ground?
This has happened today morning around 4 a.m. That's what we are getting from the sources on ground, and 3 people have died. Till now, the identity of 3 people is still not clear. Or what we are getting from the ground sources is Kwakta is a village which is located in Vishnupur district, but it is on the way to Churachandpur district. So it falls in the bordering zone. So some miscreants of one particular community, they tried to enter into this village, and the firing started, and there 3 people died, and the identity of the 3 people is still not clear. But day before yesterday also, we have seen the same type of violence in Vishnupur when the mass burial was supposed to take place in the hills. Now, this is one concerning affair that, in these buffer zones and these bordering areas, there is always a tension and firing, intermittent firing goes on, even intense firing goes on in these areas. So, as a result of which, yesterday also, it's a matter of one community trying to overpower the other community in every area. Whichever community is majority in that particular area, that community flexes its muscle, resulting which this type of violence takes place. And today around 4 a.m. this incident was also a result of that. That's what we are coming to know from the sources.
Okay. Kamalika, help us understand that there seems to be no end to the unrest in Manipur. What is the local administration's response and action plan to address the current situation, to maintain the law and order and further prevent any kind of such escalation in the future?
That's a big question, what the local administration is doing, because there is no end to this. It's already 3 months have passed and still things are continuing. And in this state of Manipur, there are borders inside the borders. There are buffer zones. There are boundaries between the 2 communities. The divide is quite open. And the divide is so sharp, then the hatred, the enmity is so sharp that one community is, taking the life of the other community. Both the communities, they are not at all in a position to come in a dialogue where all efforts have been made to the central government. The state government's role is still in a question, because whenever you talk to the state government, they say, even the chief minister, they say that peace is returning. But peace seems to be an unknown feature in Manipur.
All right. Thank you so much, Kamalika, for all those latest inputs. We'll continue to track this story as the day progresses. Well, moving our focus now to Jammu and Kashmir. Now, today marks the 4th anniversary of the abrogation of Article 370 in the former state of Jammu and Kashmir. Now, since the abrogation, the valley has witnessed a slew of infrastructure and development projects, leading to a sharp decline in the incidents of terror and unrest, particularly in the Kashmir belt. Now, the BJP has announced a marathon to celebrate this historic event and has invited the general public to participate. Now, on the other hand, the PDP has claimed that the administration didn't permit them to hold a public program at Srinagar's Sheher-e-Kashmir Park. They had intended to invite other like-minded political parties for J&K to the event. After the abrogation of Article 370, the major change that Kashmir Valley witnessed was the revival of cinema. Now, how the administration managed to revive cinema after almost 20 years that was shut down in the 90s, well, we'll take a look at this report.
A movie maker's paradise, Kashmir. A place without which a Bollywood movie would be incomplete before the 90s, when Pakistan-sponsored terrorism made cinema its first casualty. Cinema was a big hit in the valley, and halls would often run house full. Kashmir didn't witness any movie activity for 3 decades. Since the situation improved after August 2019, not only are the filmmakers visiting Kashmir, but also the government is making attempts to revive the culture. cinema has returned with a bang. Several shows are running houseful once again, making people nostalgic.
I think the Kashmir was lacking behind in watching films, and there was something which was not given a facility which were Kashmiris were not given that. Now they are being provided opportunity to watch films, whether it's in Srinagar or in districts. It's a healthy sign. Filmmaking should not be stopped.
One glance at the old photographs of the cinema halls in Srinagar and one would see hand-painted movie banners and posters. But these scenes had completely disappeared. Now, movie posters and banners line the streets of Kashmir once again.
बहुत अच्छा है ये, यहाँ लोगों के लिए अच्छा है, हमारे जैसे टूरिस्ट लोग के लिए भी अच्छा है, क्योंकि हम यहाँ पे आते हैं घूमने फिरने के लिए और यहाँ पे बीच में कभी कभार टाइम मिल जाता है। और जैसे इतनी बड़ी मूवी लॉन्च हुई है वो हम इस वक्त पे यहाँ पे है और यहाँ पे हमें मौका मिल रहा है। यहाँ जैसे मूवी थिएटर नहीं होता तो हम नहीं देख पाते।
The Jammu and Kashmir government has started reopening cinema halls in all districts of Kashmir. Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha recently inaugurated 2 multi-purpose cinema halls in Baramulla and Handwara after 32 years.
तो मल्टीपर्पज सिनेमा हॉल का काम पूरा हुआ। मैं 2 दिन पहले वहां गया था और ये एक लक्ष्य रखा गया है कि हर जम्मू कश्मीर के हर जिले में मिशन यूथ के अंतर्गत ये 100 सीटर सिनेमा हॉल बनाए जाएं।
Cinemas in Kashmir have come back to life with new movies being screened here which are running houseful, and we have also been told that foreign movies, Bollywood movies are also something which are more attracting towards the youngsters, and the older generation are recalling the movies that they have been watching prior to 90s when the militancy started and cinemas were the first casualty. With camera person Bashir Loni Shanwani for CNN News 18.
Well, after a ban lasting over 3 decades, a significant number of Shia Muslims in Kashmir participated in a religious procession commemorating the 8th day of Muharram. Simultaneously, the Amarnath Yatra has also experienced an unprecedented surge in attendance this year. And the government attributes this surge to the prevailing peace in the valley. Now, in this report, Ishan Wani brings us a detailed account of these developments. Let's take a look.
Thousands of Shia Muslims marched on the streets of Srinagar dressed in customary black. They waved religious flags amid high security. The government allowed this religious procession after a long pause, a significant move to silence criticism around curtailing of religious freedom in the valley after the abrogation of Article 370.
34 साल के बाद जो है इस तवारीखी जुलूस को जो है एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ने एलो किया है। अगर आप देखेंगे हमारे जो दादा थे या हमारे वालिद साहब कहा करते थे कि लाल चौक में जुलूस निकलता था, लेकिन आज वो ख्वाब पूरा, और ख़ासकर अगर आप देखेंगे ये पूरे मुसलमान कश्मीर के लिए फ़ख्र है, क्योंकि यहाँ का जो मजहबी रवादारी है, भाईचारा, ये सदियों पुराना और कायम रह चुका है।
More than 25,000 Shia Muslims of Kashmir marched through the heart of Srinagar in Lal Chowk. The Jammu and Kashmir LG himself participated in the 10th Muharram procession near the old city.
मुझे आपको सूचना देते हुए हर्ष है कि 30 वर्ष बाद आज मुहर्रम का 8वां जुलूस शांति के साथ पूरे श्रीनगर की सड़कों पर होते हुए अब वो वापस लौट रहा है। धार्मिक आयोजनों में राजनीति की जाए, मैं समझता हूँ ये सबसे गलत बात है, और इसलिए मैं आप सबसे कहता हूँ, भाई ये जो सूफिज्म है, ये मोहब्बत है, ये हम सब आपस में कायम रखें, शांति सद्भाव बनाए रखें।
The government has had a cautious approach. No sloganeering, no falling prey to propaganda to ensure peace prevails.
It's been more than 30 years. When the militancy erupted in the 90s, these processions were banned. But now, this year, the government taking decision that they will go ahead and allow them through these areas. But there were conditions, like they could not raise, any anti-national slogans or any provocative slogans. At the same time, the government asked them not to fly any drones and not to use any other flag other than these religious flags.
It's not just Muharram. The Amarnath Yatra too had a successful year. It surpassed the total number of pilgrims from the previous year. Close to 4 lakh pilgrims offered prayers to Lord Shiva in the cave shrine in the Himalayas. The government says seamless arrangements have led to the growing numbers amid high security arrangements. The Yatra has also witnessed personalities from various walks of life, including renowned badminton player Saina Nehwal and Bollywood actress Sara Ali Khan. With Ishan Wani in Srinagar, Bureau Report, CNN News 18.
Well, moving our focus now, having received relief from the apex court in the 2019 Modi surname defamation case, political tensions are expected to escalate as the battle over no confidence motion looms in the upcoming week within the parliament. Now, yesterday, Congress MP Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary approached the Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla, urging him to reinstate Rahul Gandhi's membership as an MP. Now, meanwhile, the Lok Sabha Secretariat is currently awaiting the certified copy of the Supreme Court's order before proceeding with the matter.
आज नहीं तो कल, कल नहीं तो परसों सच्चाई की जीत होती है। मगर जो भी हो, मेरा रास्ता तो क्लियर है। मुझे क्या करना है, मेरा क्या काम है, उसके बारे में मेरे दिमाग में बिल्कुल क्लैरिटी है। जिन लोगों ने हमारी मदद की और जनता ने जो प्यार और सपोर्ट दिया, उसके लिए मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूं।
डेमोक्रेसी की जीत हो गई, संविधान की जीत हो गई, सत्यमेव जयते जो हमारा नेशनल सिंबल के नीचे लिखा हुआ रहता है, वो उसका जीत आज हुआ है। इसलिए हम सारे लोग खुश हैं, शायद आप भी खुश होंगे, क्योंकि अभी आगे हमारा लड़ाई जारी रहने वाला है। तो इसलिए मैं इतना ही कहूंगा कि ये लोगों की जीत है, वोटरों की जीत है और वायनाड के नागरिकों की और वोटर की ये जीत है। वहां के लोग भी बड़े खुश हैं।
ನಮಗೆ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಇದೆ. ಖಂಡಿತ ಏನು ಒಂದು ಅನ್ಯಾಯ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಖಂಡಿತ ನ್ಯಾಯ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. 7 ಲಕ್ಷ ವೋಟರ್ ಗೆದ್ದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರು MP ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು, ದೇಶದ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು.
सत्य की एक बार फिर जीत हुई। राहुल जी हमेशा सत्य के लिए लड़ते रहे और वो कहते हैं कि सत्य के लिए वो किसी हद तक के जाकर लड़ाई लड़ सकते हैं। उन्होंने सिद्ध कर दिया कि वो माफ़ी नहीं मांगेंगे, इस बात पर वो अडिग रहे। सुप्रीम कोर्ट का फैसला लोकतंत्र की जीत है। यह फैसला उन षड्यंत्रों की हार है जो उन्हें लोकसभा से बाहर करने का किया था। संसद से दूर रखना चाहते थे क्योंकि वो सवाल पूछते थे। इससे सत्ता में बैठे हुए लोग परेशान हो जाते थे। एक बार फिर राहुल जी संसद में होंगे और फिर वो सवाल पूछेंगे जो लोकतंत्र के लिए बहुत ही जरूरी है।
देखिए, हम लोग न्यायालय का जो भी आदेश है उसका सम्मान करते हैं और इस आदेश का भी हम सम्मान कर रहे हैं। और रही बात कि सज़ा पर रोक लगाने की, तो देखो सज़ा पर रोक लगाई है लेकिन उनको निर्दोष नहीं कहा है। तो ये स्पष्ट है कि जो राहुल गांधी ने जिस प्रकार से प्रधानमंत्री जी और उनकी जाति को जो सार्वजनिक गाली दी है, एक बहुत बड़ा एक तरीके से अपराध है और निश्चित रूप से भारत जैसे लोकतांत्रिक देश में इसको बर्दाश्त नहीं किया जा सकता। जब उनके ऊपर से जब सजा पर रोक लगेगी तो निश्चित रूप से वो सदन के योग्य हो जाएंगे, तो सदन तो आएंगे।
One thing we are telling initially onwards that this is the maximum punishment to disqualify Rahul Gandhi from the Lok Sabha. Entire episode was started when Rahul Gandhi speak about Adani-Modi relations in Parliament. Now, Supreme Court also, I think, sir, in the interim judgment, granting stay, conviction stay, they also telling that this maximum punishment is actually something to disqualify.
Are you happy with that order, sir?
Definitely, you know that we are believing in the legal procedure of this higher system. What we were got from Gujarat, this is totally a different verdict.
Okay.
First reaction is already we are welcoming this decision of stay of conviction.
Well, now we are discussing the state of Haryana, where after violent clashes in the state, the Khattar government has taken action by demolishing the illegal houses of rioters in Nuh using bulldozers. Now, internet services remain suspended in Nuh, Manesar, Palwal and Faridabad till today, and Section 144(2) remains active in 7 districts of Haryana as the communally sensitive areas continue to remain on edge. Now, the Haryana police has arrested over 200 people who were involved in vandalism and violence, while 80 people have been taken into preventive custody.
अभी तक इसमें जो वायलेंस हुई है उसमें 55 एफआईआर इस जिले में रजिस्टर हो चुकी है और करीब 141 लोग यहाँ पे अरेस्ट भी किए जा चुके हैं और बाकी भी सारी टीम जो क्राइम टीम्स एसटीएफ हरियाणा सब लगे हुए हैं कि अक्यूज को आइडेंटिफाई करके अरेस्ट करने में और रोज़ अरेस्ट इसमें मैटर्स में बढ़ रही है और सिचुएशन लगातार पुलिस और सोशल मीडिया पे हम लोग नज़र रख रहे हैं। आज भी बहुत पीसफुल टाइप से फ्राइडे प्रेयर्स संपन्न हुए हैं ज़िले के अंदर और उसके सिवा हर जगह पे अलग पैरामिलिट्री फोर्सेज की जहाँ भी सेंसिटिव रीजन है उनकी तैनाती भी की गई है, पेट्रोलिंग भी की गई है और उसके सिवा जो भी इनपुट्स आ रहे हैं कि कहीं कुछ संभावना भी लगती है या कोई मिसक्रिएंट इंडिविजुअल लेवल पे भी कोई सोशल मीडिया के माध्यम से कुछ शरारत करने की कर रहा है तो वहाँ भी फोर्स भेज के उसके खिलाफ कार्रवाई करवाई जा रही है।
हम आपको एक पहले ब्रीफिंग दे देते हैं, देन विल टेक योर क्वेश्चंस। लगभग 4 दिन जो है गुजर चुके हैं घटना के उपरांत जिसमें कि कोई अनटूवर्ड इंसिडेंट्स नहीं हुआ है, कोई जो है व्यक्ति घायल नहीं हुआ है, किसी प्रकार की ऐसी घटना नहीं घटी है। इसी कड़ी में चलते हुए जिस प्रकार से हमने जो स्ट्रिंजेंट मेजर्स लिए हुए हैं, जिस प्रकार से इंटरनेट की जो सुविधाएं हैं वो बंद की हुई हैं, कर्फ्यू लगाया हुआ है, तो उसकी समीक्षा जो है रेगुलर तरीके से की जा रही है और इंटेलिजेंस रिपोर्ट्स और पुलिस के इनपुट्स के हिसाब से उस पर जल्दी कॉल लिया जाएगा अगर उसमें कोई हमें रियायतें देनी है तो। जो इस घटना में जो डैमेजेस हुए हैं, चाहे मकान दुकान कोई भी है, अनइंश्योर्ड इंश्योर्ड प्रॉपर्टीज जो भी हैं, उसके लिए सरकार ने घोषणा कर दी है। क्षतिपूर्ति पोर्टल के माध्यम से जो है जितना भी डैमेज हुआ है उसको असेस किया जाएगा। असेस करने के बाद जो है जिस व्यक्ति का जितना भी बनेगा वो उसको हर्जाना भी दिया जाएगा।
सर ये बताइए कि नूह हिस्सा में इस वक्त क्या स्थिति है?
देखिए हमारी पुलिस नूह में भी, उसके एडजॉइनिंग जिलों में भी और हरियाणा में भी पूरी तरह से अलर्ट है और चप्पे चप्पे पर निगाह रखी जा रही है और लोगों से बार बार प्रार्थना की जा रही है कि शांति व्यवस्था कायम रखें। और नूह में जिन लोगों ने हिंसा की है उसके साक्ष्य इकट्ठे किए जा रहे हैं। जो वहाँ यात्रा में लोग आए थे, जहाँ किसी भी व्यक्ति के पास अगर उसकी वीडियो है तो वो मंगवाई जा रही है। मीडिया वालों से भी जो उस वक़्त कवर कर रहे थे उनसे भी प्रार्थना की गई है कि अगर वो अपनी फीड दे सके तो, ताकि हम एक एक जगह को, एक एक मौके को देखकर हमने वहाँ की सीसीटीवी भी सारों की जो फुटेज है वो हमने ले ली है। उसके आधार पर हम एफआईआर दर्ज कर रहे हैं और आज की तारीख तक 102 एफआईआर दर्ज कर चुके हैं और 202 लोगों को गिरफ्तार किया गया है। नहीं, जहाँ जहाँ पर आवश्यकता होगी हम बुलडोजर भी चलाएंगे और हमने हरियाणा में एक्ट पास किया हुआ है कि अगर दंगों के दौरान कोई नुकसान हो जाए तो उसकी भरपाई उसी से करवाई जाती है। वो एक्ट भी हम लगा रहे हैं।
Well, as the state of Haryana continues to remain on edge, we'll continue to track this story and the latest updates from the state. Well, we are now slipping into a very short break. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
And use their words very carefully and with discretion. And mind you, Zaka, this is exactly what a 3-judge bench led by Justice Ranjan Gogoi had said in November 2019 when Rahul Gandhi alluded that the Chaukidar Chor hai jibe was actually with reference to the Supreme Court giving a clean chit to the Modi government in terms of the Rafale deal. So look at the audacity of this disqualified MP, because as we speak, he still stands disqualified with no ifs or buts whatsoever. Look at the audacious nature and the brazen nature of this disqualified MP. He's a repeat offender. And I tell you why he's a repeat offender, because there are today at least 12 cases pending in various courts in the country, right from Mumbai and Thane to Bhiwandi to Ahmedabad to Guwahati to Ranchi. And they all pertain to defamation, because somewhere Rahul Gandhi says, RSS killed Mahatma Gandhi. On some occasion, he defames Veer Savarkar. On some other occasion, he calls Amit Shah a murder accused, despite Amit Shah being given a clean chit by both the Bombay High Court and the Supreme Court.
Okay.
And then, in some other cases, he says RSS killed Gauri Lankesh. So this is a man. Please, let me complete in 10 seconds. Rahul Gandhi is a man who completely fits into the textbook and dictionary definition of who a sociopath is, because a sociopath lies repeatedly, lies without remorse or regret, and lies without any plausible reason.
Okay.
I want to ask Rahul Gandhi, you have been actually admonished by the Supreme Court for not behaving with a sense of discretion. Why this halablu and why this celebration?
Let me go to Supriya Srinath. Supriya Srinath, 2 points. One, we have not heard anything from the Speaker's office. What is the Congress Party's plan of action if the Speaker's office does not act expeditiously after the stay on the conviction today? And two, the response to what the BJP spokesperson said, that the court also chided Mr. Gandhi and said that people in high public office should not be making unsavory comments. Please respond to both of those.
I will. Thank you for having me on the show. It's a great evening to be here. It's a wonderful day. And I think once again it's been proven that the eternal principles of truth and justice and love will continue to prevail no matter what the government in office is doing.
Hello and welcome back. You're watching CNN News 18. Well, now we are moving our focus to down south, where a massive political face-off has erupted between the Congress-led Karnataka government and the JDS after JDS leader and former Karnataka CM H.D. Kumaraswamy leveled the allegations of bribery and corruption at Siddaramaia's Karnataka government. Now, Kumaraswamy has alleged that Congress government is demanding commission from contractors by forcing them to pay for every contract that they get from the government. Now, former Karnataka Chief Minister further added that BDA officers have been asked to collect Rupees 250 crore for the Delhi leaders. Now, hitting back, CM Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar said that H.D. Kumaraswamy is a known hit and run case and he's making such statements for his happiness. Let's take a look at some of the reactions.
ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಒಂದು ಇಲಾಖೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಗುತ್ತಿಗೆದಾರರಿಗೆ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಇಷ್ಟಿಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು. ನಾನು ಅಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾಗಲೂ ಬಂತು ವಿಷಯ. ಒಂದು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇದ್ದು ವಿದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾಗ ಕೇಳಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲೇ ಆ ಗುತ್ತಿಗೆದಾರ ಸಂಘದವನು ಈ ಥರ ಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ನಾವು ಇವತ್ತೊಂದು ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು, ಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳನ್ನೇ ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2-3 ಜನ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡವ್ರು ಏಜೆಂಟ್ಗಳನ್ನ. ಅವ್ರು ದುಡ್ಡು ತಂದಿದ್ರು, ಒಳಗೆ ಬನ್ನಿ, ದುಡ್ಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ರು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇಡಿ ಅಂತಾರಂತೆ. ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಚೇಲಗಳು. ಇದು ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯ. ಇದು
ಕುಮಾರಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಸೇ ಇಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್. ಪೆನ್ ಡ್ರೈವ್ ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಮಾಡಿದ್ರ ಸಾಬೀತ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೇನ್ರಿ? ಇದ್ರಲ್ವಾ ಬಿಡೋದು? ಇದ್ರಲ್ವೇನ್ರಿ ಬಿಡೋದು? ಅವರೇ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಜೇಬ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರ? ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರ್ರಿ. ಈ ಕುಮಾರಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಸೇ ನೋನ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರನ್ ಕೇಸ್.
Well, thanks for watching CNN News 18. It's a wrap from my side. The news updates and latest headlines will continue to keep rolling on the channel.